Hey Scabs, welcome back to the channel for the first official video of 2021. The first video you're gonna see with my new room, my new look setup. Somebody has just started doing the dishes, so I'm sorry if you can hear all that because the pantry is on the other side of my bedroom, the wall, so thanks. God, I don't think I filmed since June. 7 months ago. Literally, I filmed on the 4th. Today's the 4th. Anyway, I'm trying really hard this year to upload twice a week, but I'm going to at least make sure that every week there is a video. I'm trying really hard. I'm gonna try really hard during January and my other uni breaks to like edit a few more videos so that there's extra stuff, because I know that there is going to be some weeks in uni when I don't have the time to edit something. So I want to make sure that I can try and maintain that at least one a week as much as possible. But for the first time in a long time, I feel like I am in control much more of when I can film and edit and everything, because for a few years there my laptop didn't work anymore. I didn't have editing software, and then I did get editing software again, and then I didn't share my room anymore. Then everyone was at home because of the coronavirus, and my bedroom shared walls with other bedrooms, so if other people were home, like, they could hear you talking. But the thing is that now my bedroom shares the wall with the pantry and the bathroom, so like I can film at 2 o'clock in the morning if I really want to. I just have to be like, you know, a bit quiet. So there's really no excuse anymore. It's just that I'm lazy and I would rather watch 1,000 episodes of television in a year than spend half of that time editing instead. Anyway, so today's video is the first top 5 Wednesday video of 2022. It's a little bit crazy to say 2022. So I'm gonna try and participate as much as I possibly can this year, which is why I'm filming this today and it has to be uploaded tomorrow. You know, it's going good. I feel like it helps to generate some specific kind of content because I don't have to come up with ideas. So that's my plans. Anyway, this week's topic, because it is the first week of January, it's the start of a new year, is, I've forgotten what it's called. Oh no, it's in the title, so don't worry, you've seen it. But it's basically, the theme is like books that you have been putting off, books that you plan to finally get to this year. And this is so bad on my part because in the description of the topic it's described as books you put off in 2021 and didn't get to last year. Like, what are things you haven't got to? And I'm looking at my thing, and my things are like stuff from 8 years ago, so that is top notch. So I'm not sure how long my phone battery is gonna last. Also, this is a new phone, so I don't know if maybe you can tell the quality is a little bit different from a lot of my older videos, not my really old ones, because this one's a bit weird because this one doesn't have front flash. Anyway, first book that I'm gonna put on this list is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I was kind of thinking about this a few days ago, and I'm like, I have started this book before. I read the first chapter like 5 years ago, and then I never read anymore. And I kind of did tell my friend that she could have this book when I'm done reading it, and I told her that almost 6 years ago, like literally right after I bought it, because she really loves Alice in Wonderland and she's a big fan, and this is a really pretty edition. You know, like, it'll make her happy to have it. I have a lot of other books. This has been tucked up away in a shelf, and it's like pretty, and it doesn't deserve to be there. Like, I really love the color palette on this, and it's illustrated so beautifully. Like, I should enjoy it. It's just been sitting on my shelf since 2016, so I know I should definitely get to this one at some point and ask my friend if she still wants the copy. The next book on the list that I'm trying to get to this year, because I've been putting them off for too long, is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Shadowhunter Chronicles. Like, my favorite one in the series so far that I've read is City of Glass, and that was just because I feel like there was a lot of attention on the Lightwood siblings, and they're like my favorite characters in this. You know, I like Alec and I like Isabel. That's basically the only two characters I like. I did really enjoy the friendship between Jem and Will in the Infernal Devices, but besides them characters, I didn't particularly care. And especially when I read City of Heavenly Fire and Clockwork Princess in 2020, I just did not care, like, at all. But when I read City of Heavenly Fire, I really loved Emma and Julia, and that is why I'm so interested in reading this now. Like, I'm so interested. But because I have been reading all of the Shadowhunter Chronicles in chronological order since like 2014, it's taken me so long to get through all of them. I'm still like too short of this one because there are like the short story collections. Like, I still have to read the Bane Chronicles and Tales from Shadowhunter Academy, but this is the one I'm looking forward to, so this is the one I'm gonna share, you know. So I have those two still to go, then I'm gonna read this one. I mean, technically I could just read this one, but I feel like I kind of need to read those now because it's been so long since I've read the other ones. Like, yeah, I haven't read one in over a year. It's been almost 2 years since I read any Cassandra Clare stuff, and I read most of them like 5 years ago, maybe 4. I need a bit of a refresh, so I get the refresh by reading those. I don't know, maybe. I really like the characters that are featured in this book, and from what I've heard other people talk about and what I've seen on Tumblr throughout the years, I really enjoyed them 2 characters, even though like I spent like 3 minutes with them characters in the other book because I haven't read their story yet. But the concept I find pretty interesting. I'm just now realizing I haven't talked about what the books are so far because, to be honest, I have no idea what this book is about. But I feel like maybe a lot of people have read this or have some clue. We get it. It's about shadow hunters. They're gonna stab a demon. That's good enough for us. Actually, I'm gonna go on a tangent that will perfectly lead into the next book I want to share because I'm thinking I might do like a vlog series of like childhood favorites because I used to read a lot when I was like in primary school, and now I'm like, I don't read. I watch TV now. Like, I don't have the mental capacity to sit there and have to actually read something. I don't know, like I feel like it could be interesting to do a vlog series of different series and stuff, but I think it would also be cool to reread all the Shadowhunter books. I might do that, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it this year or like next year or like the year after. Anyway, the next book on my list is The School for Good and Evil by Sherani. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, I'm so sorry. I should have looked this up before. This book is being adapted, I think it comes out this year. Either a movie or it's a TV show, I'm literally not sure. But I have read this book before. I've actually had this book since 2013, that's when I read it. It's been almost 9 years since I read it. I do own the original 3 books that were in the series, and I want to like get through all of them. And I feel like especially this year, like now the kind of books that I'm gravitating more towards are a little bit more in the adult genre than the YA genre, because I guess that's just kind of like more what I kind of watch in regards to booktube and on Twitter and stuff, like what kind of books the people I follow are reading. And just I don't care about high schoolers anymore. Like, I am reading a YA right now, but I feel like it covers a darker topic and it's not just like a light easy breezy like type of YA, which even when I was reading YA, that is kind of what I liked. And now I'm sharing like a bunch of YA type of things, but these are like the things I have left over from a few years ago. The new books I'm picking up are a little bit more grown up. So I feel like diving back into a book that I read when I was 12 like will give a break from that, especially because I don't remember this book anymore, but I've had it for years. I read this book because my best friend read it. Like, that's how I used to get my book recommendations. I would just read whatever she was reading, and I haven't been friends with her for like 7 years. So I'm still interested to read the series, like especially now I feel like there's gonna be a resurgence in its popularity. Probably gonna get spoilers because of the adaptation, even though the spoilers exist already in my brain, I just don't remember them anymore. If you don't know what this book is about, it's a town where every 4 years 2 children are basically abducted and they're taken to the School for Good and Evil, and one is trained to be good, one is trained to be evil. So I've kind of included 6 books on this list because the next 2 kind of go together, and they're more series than the individual books, but they're both Amy Kaufman books. So I've got the Starbound trilogy that she did with Megan Spooner, and I've also got the Illuminati Files that she did with Jay Kristoff, even though we hate him. And you know what? It really bothers me that he lives in Melbourne. Basically, I've had these 2 books for years. I've got the rest of the series right here, right here. I've even got a 3rd series of another one. I like sci-fi. I really like the first book in both of these series. In fact, in both of these series, I've read the first book twice. Now, I will say, especially for this one, I found it quite dense to get through the first book both times I read it. And I have actually tried to read this book before. I've started it. Maybe 6 years ago I started it, and I just never read it. And I've never even attempted to read this one. So like, I just don't understand. I've had this book going on 6 years. I've had this book going on 8. I feel like if I don't read them within the next 12 months, I'm probably never going to. And there's still like 2 more books after each of these. And plus, I don't understand. Like, I say sci-fi is like my favorite genre. Like, I love sci-fi stuff. I like things set in space. I like it in movies, and every book that I've read that's set in space, I've thoroughly enjoyed, and then I just don't read that. I want to at least maybe finish this one. Let's go with like Gemini or something, because even though these are books that are like 600 pages, I think. Oh god, this one almost hit 700. Even though like these ones are long, they're not that long. I mean, it's like funky stuff happening in here, and I feel like I could read them. So I'll be happy if I can finish one of these series. Basically, my point is I shouldn't have a series that I've started. I started twice. That I read the first book of in 2015, that I reread in like 2017, that I've had the book since 2014. It's been 8 years. Okay, I bought that book when I was in year 7. I am starting my 3rd year of university this year. I will probably graduate before I finish that. The last book on the list is one that I actually bought at the op shop, and that is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. Now, obviously Stephanie Meyer has quite a bit of criticism that has been thrown away for her bloody appropriation of an actual Native American group of people, stole their culture to make them a group of shapeshifters. That's why I did not want to actually put money in her pocket for this, even though she got millions already. Like, what's the $3 she would have gotten from me? But it was the principle, so I had to wait. I was really excited when this book got announced because I read a few chapters of the leaked version a few years ago, but obviously I never wanted to read the whole thing because I'm not going to start it if there's no finish. And I know that even though this book is like 700 and like 60 pages, this will be a quick read because the writing is just really easy to get through. It's fast paced, even when there's like literally nothing happening. I definitely want to read this. I was super excited when it got announced. Like, it was right as I was rewatching all the movies and I was like super like into it. I was like full on Twitter, like all of a sudden, like I was on Twilight TikTok like for a few weeks before, and so I was like super excited about it when it got announced that we would finally get the whole book, even though it's completely unnecessary to have the whole book. I've got heaps of spoilers for this because like for the additional information that is in this book, because obviously I was watching TikToks and I had to wait like like 6 more months after the book came out to actually buy the book because I wanted to get a secondhand copy. And I completely forgot about it. And then I was at the op shop and I was like, oh yeah, I had to like get that. And I'm so sorry for the poor person who spent $33 on this when I got it for $4. The first book I bought last year, even though that wasn't until, I think I bought it in May actually. I think I bought this like a year after it was announced that it would be published. So I have had it for 8 months. I also need to prioritize the other books I've shared because I've had those books easy 5 years longer than I've had this one. Plus those ones I paid full price for. This one I paid $4 for. Anyway, those other books I plan on maybe trying to get to this year. The information to join the Top 5 Wednesday Goodreads group is linked in the description, as well as this month's specific topics if you want to check them out and participate for yourself next week. If you want to follow me online, my links are also in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll likely see you on Sunday because that's when I plan on uploading next. We'll see if that happens.